and then a dash of spice for crunch after crunch of super seasoned satisfaction. McCain is twisting, spinning, and jumping your way. McCain Super Crisps and Super Spirals. Seriously, twisted fries.
Kerwin Bell has moved the Blue Bombers so far in the opening quarter, 1:11 to play, but he only has field goals to show for 2 pretty good drives.
Well, it's not bad to come up with points in 2 drives when you're on the road, especially. And so I would say right now, offensively, Winnipeg has done everything they've done has been positive.
Obviously, it's way better than coming up empty. First down, Winnipeg, sliding out of the backfield. George Jones, good move there. It was a beauty. And Jones has positive yards out across midfield. 21 the gain. He should have been stopped dead in his tracks.
There's Edmonton defenders out there picking up clothing. They're down there going, okay, there's my shoe. I lost that. Okay, there's my jock strap. I got to get that. They're over there just trying to get dressed again because, oh, man, George Jones undressed him in the open field. Watch this. And these are good tacklers. There's one miss. He goes, oh, Terry Ray. Like, fly by. There's another one, Grant Carter. Whoa, Chris Hardy. Hey.
First down. Kerwin Bell looking deep. Lots of action down there on the coverage. And the pass intended for Johnson, but boy, there was a lot of bumping going down there.
Well, you know what, though, John? It's a good no call. Dwayne Provo is in good coverage along the sideline against Albert Johnson III. But what I'm saying is they were both pushing. Johnson had a little bit of hand fighting going on with Provo, and I think the official made a good decision to just let the 2 players play.
Okay, I thought there was a little
Well, there was.
grabbing.
There was. There's no question, but I think it was a good no call.
Well, because you're an old defensive back.
Oh, he had him.
Oh, did he ever. Jeroy Simon was open, and Bell overthrew him. It's Edmonton by 4. We've got a good one going at Commonwealth tonight.
Folks, your score after 15 minutes of play, Edmonton.
Adidas Friday Night Football on TSN at the quarter.
Duthie, Tillman, and Schultz back with you. Dunnigan, of course, doing what he did as a player, jumping from team to team, left the studio team for the booth team, showing no loyalty whatsoever to us. And this game, perhaps the most even game of the week, and also perhaps the game with the 2 most desperate teams. Each one of these teams needing to win perhaps more than any other, and again, very even on the paper.
Yes, you're right, and I also think they're very unique, and both offenses are going to move the football. There's no doubt about it. This game is going to come down to which team responds to the other team's touchdown, but for different reasons. For Winnipeg, I think it's Kerwin Bell is playing much better football than in the first game. He's calling his own plays. That makes all the difference in the world. You already saw Stiegel with a great seam pattern down the middle for big yards, and I think for Edmonton, they are going to move the football because Winnipeg gives up a lot of points, 80 in two times, and they're really young. They've had to make a lot of changes because of injuries, and that is the biggest issue with Winnipeg. Can those young guys play great football, Eric?
Well, you're right, Chris. They're still very much in the developmental stage in defense, and in fairness, in the first 2 games, they've already lost 4 starters on defense. Tonight, I think the key area to watch is the secondary. They've got a rookie starting on the corner, and halfback Rasheed Gale is playing with a sore hamstring. If anybody goes down in the secondary, it's bad news for the Bombers, James.
And you mentioned that rookie starting on the corner, Kevin Brown, real rookie. Last time he started a football game was 3 years ago with the San Diego Jaguars of a semi-pro league out in California. Was working for a car rental agency when the Bombers called.
Good start by the Eskimos, and Commonwealth is alive tonight. I think those guys are saying, go Eskimos, with that little bit of spelling on their tummies.
Well, a couple of the letters you can't really read, especially when they sit down. But anyway, here's some stats after the first quarter, and both teams offensively moving the football quite successfully. Edmonton doesn't have as big of numbers because they started in Winnipeg's half of the field. But time of possession, if that continues that way, this Edmonton defense will be worn down by the 4th quarter.
Looks like the Bombers can move at will against the Edmonton defense tonight. I mean, maybe just because Bell's had a hot hand and he's gone to Stiegel.
Well, the Giz is back there getting ready for this punt return. And, you know, most guys before a game, what they do to warm up is they put their feet up and they relax and they try to get mentally focused. Giz has a little bit different approach.
Yeah, he runs the Commonwealth stairs. Here he is, Henry Gizmo Williams, spinning his way to the 10-yard line. Always exciting when he gets his hands on the ball. wrapped up by Trevor Ludke. Dutchie and Dave, the next edition of Sports Desk. So join us for that, 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 Pacific time. Lots to talk about. The Riders put on a pretty good show for a while in Hamilton.
Well, a good second half. They almost came back, gave the Ticats a little bit of a scare. We got a good one going on here, Bombers and Est.
And guess who's leading the Open?
Well, let me take a couple guesses. Maybe Tiger? Could it be the Tiger?
Yeah, Tiger was 66 today, so he's got a 3-shot lead.
How's Mike Weir doing? Is he all right?
Mike Weir had a good day.
Okay.
Hanging in. Troy Mills. Tough running inside for Mills there. He has 4. Ryland Wickman made the tackle there.
Now we'll see how Dan Crowley will respond when he has to put a drive together in a long drive, because first quarter he had tremendous field position. In fact, that's been a real bright spot for the Edmonton Eskimos. Their average start has been the 44-yard line in 2 games. That's pretty good.
2nd and 6 facing Crowley here. He'll put it up. Unloaded in a hurry behind Walters. He made the catch.
Another great one.
Yeah, Rick Walters, a super catch there. The quarterback was a little off the mark, but the play worked, and it's good for 12.
Well, he's either throwing it too far in front of Rick Walters as he's diving, or this one's behind him. And look at the catch he has to make.
Off his knee.
Catches it twice, uses his knee to help him out, and goes down with the football. Another spectacular one for a first down from Rick Walters.
Eskimos across the 25. This is Mills trying the left side, and he was hammered over there.
The battle up front on the line is intense right now.
Duran Bolden had him lined up.
Troy Mills, the ball carrier.
And this is just good hustle from the secondary. Duran Bolden comes up and puts a pretty good hit on Troy Mills. Bolden is an interesting story. He started in '95 with Winnipeg, played 9 games, and in those 9 games, 6 interceptions. Went down to the NFL and is back.
Vaughn makes the catch. First down Edmonton on 2nd and long. It was 2nd and 8. And Vaughn is out near the 45. Kevin Brown over to make the tackle.
And you just get the feeling now, John, that Dan Crowley is just settled right in. I mean, think of what he looked like in game 1 versus the Calgary Stampeders. He had happy feet in the pocket, overthrowing targets. He looks like he's settled right in.
I don't blame him one bit after watching the Stampeders last night.
Oh, I hear you.
That defense is solid.
Boy, they shut down the BC Lions.
17 yards the game from the 45. Crowley slips as he looks to throw to the sidelines. Williams has his first catch of the night, and he's near midfield.
And there's a guy that really has to get going, Nigel Williams. And we talked about that as one of the keys, that the guys have to start making big plays. Who's going to step up and become a big playmaker for this offense? Nigel Williams has the capabilities. Had a big season back in 1998 when he was over 1,000 yards. Signed with Edmonton, and this is a guy who's got to make some big plays.
Well, he's been around too. 5 teams and 6 CFL seasons. Picked up 9 in the previous play. This is 2nd and 1. Lots of motion to the near side and hard hitting over the middle as Mills is fired back, but he'll have the first down.
You know what? If you want to understand what Troy Mills just went through, this is what you do. Go grab a football. Doesn't matter what the football looks like. Pick it up. Find a brick wall. Get about 8 yards behind front of it and just start running as fast as you can into it. I mean, listen to this hit when he hits the line. So get your ball. Oh, and then do that.
Doesn't matter what the ball looks like.
No.
But it should have pointy ends.
Yeah, pointy ends, and then just run right into the wall. And that's what Troy Mills just felt.
He got the first down. Little option pitch, and Mills is off to the races down to the 40. And near the 35-yard line before Tom Europe put the stop on him. Europe felt that. Well, great sweep for 17 yards.
Alfred Payton did what we used to call in Saskatchewan the old zap technique. And what it is you're going to zap the quarterback, make him pitch it. This is just an option play. The option is up to Dan Crowley. He has the option to keep it and run, or he has the option to pitch it. Well, when Alfred Payton decided to zap him, you better pitch it. And he made the good choice.
Another first down. Nice Eskimo drive building here. Williams has 2 catches on the drive, and Rashid Gale wrapped him up there.
Just watch the zap. See, here's the zap. This is Alfred Payton. with the zap on the option play. This is what Dan Crowley had to feel. This is the option he has. He only has a split second. There's like bang, right in your chest. You turn around and 56 is right there. You got to get the ball out of there. That happens in a blink of an eye.
This began back at the 10-yard line. 8 plays later, they're just outside the 30. Second down. And this will be another first down. Rick Walters has another catch. Solid night.
He is really putting together a nice drive. I'm talking about Dan Crowley. I mean, remember where this drive started? You just saw it way back behind his own goalpost. He was
8 of 9 for 109 yards and the touchdown.
Yeah,
there's 9 minutes to go till halftime.
He's settled in. He's
Stay in there. Yellow.
Nice fake to Mills, and he swings it out. McCorvey has about 5. Well, maybe a little more. We'll see where they spot this one.
Well, this offensive series is aided in a big way because Troy Mills has been a factor. And when you get that, here he is right here, McCorvey. And when you get that play action fake, you get a chance as a quarterback to get some time and some throwing lanes. And McCorvey does the wise thing, doesn't go full speed and get out there in Brandon Hamilton's zone. He stops before he gets there.
This drive, 4 running plays, 6 through the air, 2nd and 2. Eskimos, nice fake by Crowley, looks to the end zone, flags everywhere, and the catch couldn't be made by Terry Vaughn.
Terry Vaughn is complaining he was held, and he may have an argument. The crossing pattern, he again drew a whole bunch of attention from the secondary for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. They're sorting it out right now.
Both quarterbacks have engineered fine drives so far tonight.
Well, Dan Crowley finished his first.
Edmonton number 57. Penalties decline. 3rd down.
Wow.
That's Val St. Germain.
Well, I thought that Terry Vaughn had an argument. He came across the middle and it looked like he was grabbed. He went right to the official and thought that was the call. Doing a little Michael Jordan there for you with the tongue.
Good stand by the Bomber defense here. A touchdown would have really hurt.
That's Vaughn up at the top. I thought maybe right at the end of that play, he was held a little bit from Tom Europe, but refs didn't think so. And Vaughn is not really putting up a big argument. Just going over to get a drink of water is what he's doing.
Fleming having a perfect night so far.
Whoa.
He's 2 for 2, and that one might have left the ball yard.
Yeah, but you know what? They might get it. They might get the ball back here.
It was 3rd and 2 when they kicked the field goal.
It'll be a roughing the kicker call.
Penalty marker is down.
Yeah, that's going to be a first down, Edmonton. Here's what happened. Winnipeg put some pressure off the edges.
Major foul. Roughing the kicker. Winnipeg number 11. First down.
It was actually 21, Jerron Bolden. It was Jerron Bolden that got the penalty. He went too deep on his angle to try and block the field goal and ran right into Sean Fleming. So that gives Edmonton another first down.
You don't want to give Fleming an Oscar for the...
Well, no, I mean, I thought he got hit. His leg was in the air, yeah.
Well, I don't know.
You don't agree?
I may nominate him for one. 13th play of this drive. Big pressure on the Bomber defense now. The Eskimos going for the touchdown, and there it is. McCorvey has 2 tonight.
Well, give Don Matthews best screenplay on the drive. Give McCorvey best leading actor, and give Sean Fleming best supporting role.
Best supporting role.
Because the Sean Fleming penalty gave Dan Crowley another crack at the end zone, and he takes advantage of it.
So tell me again why they were screaming for Dan Crowley's head here 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I did see the game where he threw 5 picks.
Well, that's where it started, but
he has been terrific tonight. Without question.
Yep.
Dan Crowley has the Eskimos on a roll. He's tossed a couple to Kes. United Commonwealth for Kes McCorvey. Couple of touchdowns.
Wow. That's half a quarter right there.
Yeah. 100-yard scoring drive.
Well, and you know what? 14 points for Edmonton, and there's been penalties on both those drives. The 2 drives that McCorvey finished off both of them.
See if the Bombers can respond here. Johnson. Nice run. It opens up the middle. And Johnson is out to the 45. Stopped there by Torrey Hunter. 36 on the return, and it parted like the Red Sea, but then closed in a little bit.
A bit of a wedge from the Winnipeg Blue Bombers going to start right about there, and as they move up the field, the wedge is beat, but by that time, Johnson has gone by it. See, he had to go around the wedge. When Jed Roberts goes around the wedge, that's when Johnson snuck through there.
I think there's a critical drive for Kerwin Bell here to somehow answer the touchdown by the Eskimos. Stiegel was the target, got one hand on it, not the other. Ralph Staten was with the Bomber receiver.
Second down, 10 Bombers.
Dave Ritchie coming into this game, his team was the most penalized in the Canadian Football League after 2 weeks. 28 penalties in 2 weeks. And he's had 2 penalties. The one that started the game that gave Dan Crowley good field position, and then that roughing the kicker has led to points.
2nd and 10. Stiegel makes the catch. Lost the ball. And Terry Ray looked to get on it, but the Eskimos have recovered it. A.J. Gass comes up with the fumble here. Stiegel made the play, lost the ball. Edmonton 1st and 10 when we return. For the Bombers here, Milt Stiegel made the catch and then lost the ball.
Simple crossing pattern, but watch this. If you stop it there, look at how he's holding the football in both hands out in front of him. Terry Ray just swipes his arms down, pulls the ball out of there. A.J. Gass comes up with it. Milt Stiegel knows better than that.
1st and 10 for the Eskimos now. Just shy of midfield. Crowley has had a hot hand.
Whoa, watch out.
There's some heat. Crowley escapes. Terry Vaughn. Another Edmonton first down. And Vaughn still standing. Finally dragged down.
Terry Vaughn, that's the veteran in Terry Vaughn right there, because his quarterback was in trouble initially. He's the outside guy who's going to slowly come down and work his way into the middle, but you know what he does? He turns around and sees his quarterback in trouble. Now I got to find a spot. Where's an opening? Just settle down, give him a target, catch that football.
18 yards for Vaughn. Eskimos set up at the blue number 40. Here's Troy Mills. What a night he's having. Mills is inside the 25. And what a great run. One of only a couple, and Tom Europe had to come up and make the tackle.
Which team will battle back from adversity? Which team will fight off adversity? Bad things are going to happen. The Milt Stiegel fumble is the bad thing. Now, will Winnipeg respond? Right now, Edmonton's taking full advantage of the momentum they gained from that Milt Stiegel fumble.
Another Eskimo first down.
Oh, little audible.
Crowley moves to the shotgun. Here's some heat. Got it away far side. McCorvey couldn't bring that one down. He had to hurry the throw a little bit.
Brendan Ian Baggio, one of the new guys.
And Baggio.
Yeah, Ian Baggio needed like extra material on his jersey to get it, his whole game in the back. Look at how Ian Baggio goes all the way across. They needed to add some material.
Second and 10 Eskimos. And this one is whistled down in a hurry. Yeah, it looks like it's going against the
Illegal
Eskimos.
procedure. Edmonton 53. Still second down.
Dan Crowley threw 5 interceptions in week 1.
You know what's interesting, though, is that every player has a bad game. I mean, I don't care if you're in your first year or if you're in your 14th year. You have bad games, and it's how you respond from those bad games that makes a difference.
Well, and last week he threw 1, and tonight he's been on the money. Crowley on 2nd down. Walters couldn't bring it down. Tight coverage there on Rick Walters.
Well, you can't really blame Crowley. It's out in front of him, but that's where he usually throws to Ricky Walters. I mean, Ricky Walters, this is what he wants to do, is just lead him out there, and then Walters every play is just laying out and coming up with this football. Again, another difficult catch. This time he can't come up with it. You see how confident he looks in the huddle and in the pocket? I mean, he's just standing in there. His feet are set, solid, stepping up and throwing strikes.
Sean Fleming has kicked a couple of field goals tonight, but they brought one back, and Edmonton went in and got a touchdown as the result of a penalty. Bad snap. They won't get this one away. Maz. First down out of this.
Is it close?
Oh,
it's close
to the first down.
No, I think they're a little short.
A little shy. Jason Maz had trouble holding the snap from center. Recovered well.
It's not the first time. This has happened to him before in the Hamilton game. He dropped a key one. And I think this was just a tough snap to handle. It was in behind him a little bit.
Sean Daniels made the catch, came up about a yard shy of the first down. .346 to go till halftime. Don Matthews smiling a little bit tonight. His Eskimos have the lead. Dan Crowley having a pretty good night for the Eskimos. Ken Chillibeck, what was the problem? Why was everybody complaining about him last week?
You know, John, Don Matthews in the last couple of weeks has not given Crowley any slack. He says he just wants them to get out there and perform. But he did admit after last week's game, he says he has taken a big step. Now he needs to take the next step. And certainly after almost a half of this game, he looks like he's making that next step. Guys, back to you.
On first down, George Jones can't find anywhere to go. He was wrapped up by Malvin Hunter.
Erwin Bell gets to George Jones, but he is brought down hard in the backfield by number 37, Malvin Big Game Hunter.
They call him Big Game Hunter.
Yeah, well, he was hunting all right.
Major foul. Unnecessary roughness. Edmonton number 94 after the play. First down.
Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
Lets the Blue Bombers escape from what would have been a disastrous place to begin and get some penalty yards going in a positive way for Winnipeg. So the Bombers up down to the Winnipeg 22. Fresh start for Kerwin Bell. Slides as he planted far side. Johnson made the catch, and he's short of a first down. Dwayne Provo over to make the tackle. That's Albert Johnson making the catch.
Well, Dave Ritchie's got to be a little bit concerned right now because right now